we're going to end off round number 5 with this heat. Ben Player in red, Roberto Bruno in yellow. And there you have it. Andrew Lester wins that heat, advancing on, and Ryan Hardy will call it an event. Unfortunate, Ryan Hardy was out there getting the brunt of the windstorm that has come in here. But then again, can't take anything away from Andrew Lester, who performed beautifully out there. Mark MacArthur, we have Dave Winchester on standby. Do you have any last words before we sign you off?
Yeah, and just stay tuned. I think it looks like we'll be on for a good final day tomorrow, so I'll probably be back in tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, brother.
Have
and
a good
plus,
weekend.
I want to get Manny Vision going with you guys, so I'll see you at McDonald's around 5:30.
Yeah, that's perfect. That sounds good.
All right, cheers,
bro.
cheers, bro. Cheers. All right, Dave Winchester getting seated here in the hot seat. A lot of talks going on out the water. Hopefully, Dave Winchester will have some inside scoops and scenarios that are possible. As the wind, the storm front just coming in way early on one of the smallest days of the event, and it's very, very unusual, very uncharacteristic of El Gringo here. So, Winnie, first, how you doing, brother?
Pretty good, except for the late night discos that kept me up all night.
Yeah, we heard about that, and unfortunately for a lot of the guys who were situated right next to the disco, didn't have anything during the week, but all of a sudden they just cranked it up on volume 5,000 last night, and a lot of guys didn't get any sleep. So we will have coffee delivered in the next few minutes here.
Sounds good, mate. Sounds good.
All right, so you've been talking with some of the riders and the event director. What are some options?
I mean, there's a couple of options getting thrown around. Continue and finish another 4 heats in the onshore. With Pierre before was saying that he's actually seen it kind of come in like this with the cloud and then actually swing and go offshore. So, I mean, we don't actually know. But then, so the options are to finish today or
finish with round 5 and 6.
Round 5 and 6, or sort of changes and we'll go into a 4-man block draw after that, which hopefully. Well, I'm hoping they finish today. I'd rather surf a man-on-man heat any day compared to a 4-man heat. And even if it's onshore, you both get equal opportunity. You know, you're out in the same waves. And so we see Bruno here getting an onshore little barrel. But, yeah, it is pretty crumbly. But Benny plays in the same heat. He's got the same crumbly conditions. So we'll see what happens.
All right, so scenario number 1. Finish today with round number 5, which we're going to do with this heat out in the water. Ben Player and Roberto Bruno. Or scenario number 2, we go to a 4-man block.
4-man block draw. So it'd mean Mitch and Jeff would be in one semi on the left side, and then on the right side of the draw would be me and Mike, and waiting for the last 8 competitors of today going to 2 4-man heats and 2 advance into ours, and then on. Okay. So I mean, there's a few guys having a vote then, and it seemed like. There was Pierre, Jake, and who else was there? Pierre, Jake, and Tamiga, and they all voted for to surf out today because they'd rather surf a man-on-man heat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing when you have the riders and the event director coming to grips that understanding that it's all people want to see big action, people want to still see competition, and I mean, it still makes for a good webcast even if the conditions aren't perfect, the guys are still going to perform.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to get some bowls out there and some barrels. And, I mean, we just said tomorrow, would you rather have – what happens if it does this tomorrow? And you've got your 4-man heats out in this. So, I mean, yeah, that's why I'd rather take a 2-man heat over a 4-man heat, no matter what conditions.
Yeah. And what PLC said would be what everybody would want, and that would be to see the conditions change, go to offshore, and then we'll have perfection again. And if that were to happen, everybody would be happy. So we will see, and we will get the call from Terry McKenna and the bodyboarders as soon as we come closer to the end of this heat. And Ryan Hardy, unfortunately, didn't make it out of his last heat, but you know what? Everybody here still loves Ryan Hardy.
Yeah, he got a couple of amazing deep barrels. I was shooting some photos of him from way far up on the rocks, and we couldn't even see him in the barrel on those ones.
I don't know how he's able to maneuver in some of these deep pits. And we showed a couple different angles. Look at live action, Ben Player.
When he plays, see the wave's a little bit crumbly, but it's still high performance. Nice barrel there, and I mean,
Still
It's
contestable.
onshore, but still contestable, you know. You got a lot of beach breaks in the year, and it can be a lot more gubby than this. But you see Benny just threading the needle there and getting a good start to the heat.
So what's going on inside of the barrel? Let's talk about that with these conditions.
The terminology, I guess you'd say, is chandeliering. See all the whites just falling down because of that onshore. But you can still get quite a bit of speed on that face in there, and you just saw him coming out. He wanted to move off that, but as we said, that onshore condition making it a bit more tricky. But, I mean, he's still having fun, isn't he?
Tomate Surf Shop, one of the supporting sponsors here. Tomate.
Throwing his 2 bob in, huh?
Oh, every time, man. I love it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2012 Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge presented by BSC. Manny V here with Dave Winchester, bringing you the live feed from Isla Alacran, Scorpion Island, to those who speak English. This is heat number 4, round number 5 out in the water. 30-minute heat. Top 2 waves will be scored. 12-wave maximum, and we do have some waves coming down on the scorecard.
So Benny Player locked in a flat 6 for that barrel, and Roberto Bruno's still, after his first wave, he got a 1.67. So still 23.5 minutes to go on this one. I dare say it looks like there's a few sets, or that could be boat wake. I'm not too sure, but there'll be something coming for the boys, and yeah, we should get a call soon from the contest director to see what's going on. But yeah, I don't know. What do you viewers think?
Yes.
Send us some things in. What would you rather see? 4 more heats in the onshore today, or 4-man heats tomorrow for the rest of the contests? It's throw your 2 cents in. You know, see what happens.
Yep, I'm posting that right now on our Google Plus profile page. What is your call? What do you think? Should we run round number 6 in these conditions and go man-on-man, or should we do option 2, which is
4-man heats tomorrow?
Well, how's that?
It's yeah, it's a pretty tough call. I mean, there's both sides that you look at it, and yeah, I just feel that don't really like 4-man heats.
There you have it. So you heard Winnie's right there, and well, round number 6, we've already got a few people who say let's go with 2 4-man heats. We got a couple guys saying let's finish it off today, and I mean, it's gonna be back and forth, but the ultimate decision is going to be with the riders and the event director, and I agree. I say we go for it. The conditions are going to be the same for both riders in a man-on-man round number 6 heat, and that'll just chop away at what we have to finish off tomorrow, because we don't know what's in store for tomorrow.
No, we don't. I mean, tomorrow it could be totally onshore. We see Benny here just scooping into this little one, and big flip out. Oh, he just bogs it. He landed a little bit on the tail there, and he'll be pretty disappointed with that, because it'd be a good... He could have had a stronghold on the heat, but Roberto Bruno is just paddling into this next little one. Benny's probably just watching him on that wave, but we actually didn't see that one, but he got a nice big couple of rolls out off the end. He didn't want to stop, did he?
Hold on to your pole, people, because this is freaking getting crazy out here.
Here's a replay of Benny's one. He just eyes that bowler from the takeoff, and he hits it so clean, goes into a nice clean backy. Just sort of land on he almost over-rotated the flip a little bit and landed on his tail there, and yeah, we'd definitely be disappointed with that. So hopefully we can maybe get a replay of Yellow's Roberto Bruno's last wave. There's a little paddle battle going on. Benny easily going to take that one out. Here we go. Here's Roberto Bruno in yellow. He just takes off, and he's looking for something on the end, and he goes up, hits that clean bowl, does a big ARS out of that. So
he's good.
He lands in the suds, but he just rolls out, and that's when he started getting real busy, popping those few rolls.
Well, as you can see, the conditions have diminished, but obviously the riding has not. Ben Player going for a gigantic backflip, and then Roberto Bruno with a big ARS. So, I mean, it's still possible out here to put together a nice combination of maneuvers on these, little wind-blown waves. So we're going to have to wait and see what the call will be made, man-on-man or 4-man, so standing by.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of mixed reports on the screen, but yeah, it's going to be good.
All right, Winnie, we do have the interview downstairs ready to rock with the winner of the last heat. Where you at, brother?
Yeah, thanks, boys. Down here with a good friend of mine, Andrew Lester, taking that one out over hard balls. That was real tight, mate. The wind come up. Very hard heat to win.
Yeah, thanks, Leo. Yeah, it was hard heat to win. It's always hard surfing against a mate. And we could see the onshore kind of coming in, so I was pretty lucky to have a couple of scores before it hit. And then, yeah, Ryan was trying to chase down the score, and it's going to be hard when it goes onshore. So, yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, this is the furthest you've got in a Grand Slam, so another win, another stoke for you.
Yeah, I've had 2 13ths prior to this event, so had I lost in that one, it would have been another 13th. So I'm stoked to get that monkey off my back, and then I've got to go against, yeah, exactly, shake it off. So I've got to go against Dave Hubbard now, so it's not going to get any easier, but I'm just stoked to keep going through in the event.
Yeah, I mean, the judges had to rescale halfway through that heat there with that win, because there weren't as many barrels and stuff, so not clean exits anyway with this win. So, it makes the option hard again. You got to go for the ramp.
Yeah, exactly. It's your whole tact has to change and accommodate the changing conditions. So it's good that the judges changed the scale as well. It was just it was unlucky for Ryan. He couldn't get a score. Like he's one of the best bodyboarders to have ever lived. So if anyone's going to be able to do it, it'll be him. I'm just lucky that the wave didn't come in.
Yeah, well, he's both finished on 13 points. So you're 13.9, and I think it's a 13.2 or very close. So, well, good luck, Dave Hubbard next, man on man. We're not sure what's going to happen today. We're waiting on judges to, the criteria to change. They might stop the event, rerun again tomorrow, but we may see again today if it keeps running.
Yep, sweet. Yeah, if it keeps going, sweet. If not, hopefully tomorrow will be nice and clean for us.
All right. Heat winner Andrew Lester taking down Ryan Hardy. Back to you boys in the booth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to the live action. Congratulations to Andrew Lester. And wow, Ben Player not skipping a beat at all. The winds are not affecting Ben Player at all.
No, and Roberto Bruno really put the pressure on Benny on that last one. He got a 7.5 for that flip, then those 2 rolls, and put Benny in second. But see, Benny just turns it back around, applies the pressure. He just guns it for the end bowl on this, and out of this bowl so clean, nice invert, good projection, a nice landing, a little bit of a bounce. He looked like he wanted another roll, but we're getting pretty gurgly, and he just skipped out of that one.
Yeah. All right, Dave Winchester, Terry McKenna, and the boys have voted, and this is where we're at.
We're going to stay man-on-man heats, boys and girls, but we're going to start tomorrow. This is going to be the last heat of the day. As you saw Benny here on this one, still contestable today. Gets a nice little bowl here and nice clean invert out of it. Be a pretty good scorer for Benny. Good backup. Maybe even his highest scoring wave so far. So, yeah, so as I was saying, tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock start. This will be the last heat of the day. 7 o'clock start tomorrow morning. Man-on-man heats, 25-minute heats the whole way through. So we're not going to 4-man heats. It seemed like everyone on the sending messages in were pretty much saying 4-man heats were unfair and stay man-on-man. I mean, we don't know what the conditions are like tomorrow. They're supposed to be a bit better than today, but you just never know. It's Mother Nature. So Benny Player locking in a 6.27 for that last wave. He's actually gone into first, put a bit of pressure back on Roberto Bruno, and he needs a 4.77 to go to first. So Roberto Bruno, even though he's behind, he is holding the highest wave score of the heat. And, I mean, there's still 16 minutes left, so it's a pretty easy score to get, a 4.77.
Wow, anything is possible with Roberto Bruno. I've been saying he's been coming in under the radar and just knocking out people left and right without, Wait a second, Ben Player out the back.
Benny, nice clean flip off that. He's going to try and milk this all the way, but I think that went onto the rock, so he pulled out. Benny just getting really busy here. He's just trying to throw away a 6 and try and catch up to Roberto Bruno's top wave. It was 7.5.
Ben Player is one of those most focused riders out there, the competitors. I mean, you saw him on the screenshot earlier. He was fully tuned in on what he had going through his headphones. And here's another look at that ride. You can see him bottom turning, looking straight for a big maneuver wave. And there's a backflip right there and pulls it off nice and clean. Comes around the section, looks for another maneuver, but not much there for Benny. But, yeah, he's putting on the heat right now. But he does have 2 6-point rides, a 6 and 6.27. Roberto is sitting on that solid 7.5, so he still is able to knock Ben out of that first place spot. Only a 4.77 is what Roberto needs to get in that first place spot. So Ben Player, it's not over yet.
No, it isn't. There's still around 14 minutes to go, and we saw Benny then on that ride. He actually got a 5.43, and it's not going to fall into his top 2. So we're getting a lot of shout-outs, and everyone's feeling the sort of man-on-man heats tomorrow. So hopefully the waves can produce. I saw one guy said that you guys surf worse waves at box than this. We probably did, but just got such a high expectation here for this contest and this wave. I mean, it turns on every year, and you see how strong that wind is there on screen, just howling onshore. Sun's sort of come back out, so Pierre's theory has gone out the door, hasn't it? Sorry,
yes.
mate.
Yes, it has, but take a look. 14 minutes remaining. The last heat of the day and the last heat of round number 5 is currently out in the water. Ben Player is leading the charge, but Roberto Bruno is only in search of a 4.77 and can probably pull off an upset here against Ben Player. So keep your eyes on the monitor for the next 13 minutes at least, and you're going to see who's going to go home with an equal 13th and who will advance on to round number 6. So the call has been made. I will repeat what Dave Winchester just said. This is the last heat of the live webcast today. The winds have came up, and Mother Nature has not delivered the big waves, but tomorrow morning, you're going to have to wake up a half hour early or stay up or get out of work a half hour early. We're going to start at 7 a.m. Riders have to check in at 7:30, 7:45. We're going to start off with the 25-minute man-on-man heats for round number 6, and then we're going to finish off the entire event with quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. Man-on-man here on out. So tomorrow's going to be an action-packed day, full day of action.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day. We've had a few comments coming in. Chatty Jackson from WA, keep surfing, says Bruno's flipping 2 rolls. And Jaden Lawrence is he's just saying Shelford every time, so I don't even know what that means.
Some of the things our friends are saying here on our post on our Google Plus profile page. Sometimes I don't get it, but sometimes they're pretty straight up. The reason why we're doing this on Google Plus is to get your foot in the door. Your next step is to get your Google video chat plugin squared away. What we're going to do is have Google Hangouts. What it is a video conference, and I'll get guys like Dave Winchester, Andrew Lesser, all the pros on Wednesdays at about 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's California time. And we're going to have a video conference. 10 people can tune in. And you're going to need a Google Plus account. It's called a Hangout. And every Wednesday when there's not an event, holy mackerel, look at this set coming in out the back. I'll give you more details in a second, but here we go.
We just got a funny little thing in. Desmond Johns said Winnie looks like a llama. You guys are hilarious.
Here we go.
Roberto Bruno on a little bumpy one on the takeoff, and he just can't get around that, and it's pretty disappointing for Roberto there.
Look where he's ended up at.
He's really close to the rocks there, and he's just going to try and float into the channel. Look, he might even stand up here on the rocks. He's going to be pretty disappointed with that. He's going to get out there and have second priority now. So Benny's just going to try and hold this heat. He's going to try and nurse it, but I mean, it's going to be pretty tough. There's still 11 and a half minutes remaining, and for him to sit on 2 6s and try and ride this one out, it's going to be pretty hard. I'm sure there's going to be a couple more exchanges coming through.
Well, Ben Player, he's a smart competitor, and he knows that he has priority. He's in the lead, but there is 10 minutes, 11 minutes remaining. So it's just a matter of what he's going to do with that priority. Does he fend off Roberto Bruno and give up that priority, or does he just stay priority and let Bruno take whatever wave he wants? It's all going to matter in the last 10 minutes what he's going to do. So Ben Player currently in first, Roberto Bruno in second, needing a 4.77, 10 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. One rider advances on, the other rider will call it quits and come in an equal 13th place. You're digging the comments.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I like keep us entertained, guys, in between the sets.
Well, this is the IBA World Tour, trying to be as interactive as possible. We're definitely hitting on the social media side as well. But the Google Plus profile page, that's where you're going to be able to give us a shout out. We'll relay it for you. Michelle Rosen, always tuning in. Brendan Mitchell, GCBC.
Gold Coast Bodyboard Club.
There you go. Alex Wasson. Yvonne Rodriguez, he's eating lasagna.
I'll have some, mate.
And everybody else, thank you for tuning in. We're winding down today's competition. 10 minutes to go in this heat. Tomorrow, bright and early, people, 7 a.m. Arica time. So that's going to be a half hour early as what we've been coming in at. And the reason why we're coming in early, we want to start chopping away at the final rounds of the event.
We just got another funny one from Sol Davey. Winnie looks more like one of those freaky monkey things. You guys are coming up some good ones. Keep them coming, boys, girls. Good.
Well, we're crossing our fingers for better conditions, the swell, and the better winds for tomorrow. And it looks like there's a little trend here. When the sun is out, the wind seems to come in a little early. So I've never asked for this before, but I'm hoping it's cloudy tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's one of the only days. Yeah, well, it's the only day I've ever asked for it. So hopefully we get some cloud come over tonight and really light winds, and then we just get some good conditions. And a few guys are worried about the final being onshore, but we'll be right, I think.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a little bit of time, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Manny V here with Dave Winchester holding it down here in the commentator's booth for the live webcast coming to you from the north of Chile for the 2012 Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge presented by BSC. So, ladies and gentlemen, the call has been made. This is the last heat in the water for today's live broadcast. Up and riding right now in yellow, Roberto Bruno.
Yeah, he's going to try and get something big on the end here. He only needs a 4.7. He just does a roll. I don't know if that's going to get it, but Benny just holding the heat down. There's 7.5 minutes to go. Roberto Bruno's going to have to get back out there, and then he's going to have to get back out there and try and pressure Benny into catching a wave. I'm not sure if he's going to do that. He's a 2 times world champ and he's a pretty seasoned vet at this, so he's just going to try and lock this one down. We're still getting a few nice comments. I see Phil Gallagher saying these comments are better than the webcast. Thanks, Toinsy. As you see, Roberto just rolling through the foamy a little bit on the end. We're waiting for that score to come in, and we'll see if it's going to be enough. But so a lot of you guys are giving me a few write-offs. Someone's saying I'm looking like Fraggle. I think that's from Fraggle Rock. I remember someone at school used to call me that, maybe. But I don't actually know what that is.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the last heat of round number 6. These have been 30-minute heats. Top 2 waves have been scored, and this is it. We're winding down. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. The call has been made. We are coming back earlier tomorrow for the last day of competition for the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge. We are going to start off with round number 6, 25-minute heats at 7 a.m. Arica Chilean time. So make sure you come in a little bit earlier, and we're going to give you the first heat of the day tomorrow morning. PLC, your current world champion, versus Dallas Singer. That is going to be a heat to watch. And look at this, heat number 2. Holy.
Tamiga versus Mori. That's going to be a mental one as well. Then we've got Dave Hubb versus Andy Lester. Another good one. And Jake Stone will take on the winner of this heat of Benny Player or Roberto Bruno.
5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming down to the wire. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Roberto Bruno, can he come up within a relatively low scoring wave of 4.77 to knock out Ben Player? 5 minutes and 20 seconds will determine that.
Yeah, let's get back to the heat. Enough write-offs and feeling a little bit insecure. I might have to leave. Nah, I'm just kidding. Someone said I look like their foot, so you must be a foot model or something. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, just see the competitors area up there. There we go, Maury packing his suit up, GT drinking a Gatorade, just getting amped for tomorrow, hoping for the offshore winds and a bit more swell. But we see this heat counting down right now. There's 4.5 minutes left, and Benny's still holding on with a 6.27 and a 6. So Roberto Bruno still needing a 4.77 on this heat.
I believe those are the Brazilians up there trying to give a shout out to their fellow rider, fellow countryman, Roberto Bruno out there in yellow. As you can see, the whistle's going on from GT.
Yeah, I dare say they've made a pretty good call so far because, I mean, as we see, Roberto Bruno making Benny have to go this way. It looks like an all right one, and Benny gets a nice clean flip. Oh.
That's the second one he became unglued on in this heat.
Yeah, he's having a bit of dramas with those. But now that's what Roberto Bruno wanted to do. He wanted to make Benny get a wave, so he had first priority with 4 minutes to go and needing a 4.77. I say that it looks like there is a couple of lumps coming too, so Benny's going to have to get on the gas and get back out there because he might have to try and up his score.
Wow, I wonder if that was a detrimental move on Ben Player's part. He had priority with 4 minutes remaining, and Roberto Bruno only really needing a 4.77, which is totally capable of doing so. Now Ben Player is going to be sitting behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, Benny had to go that wave. I mean, if he landed that flip, then it would have been more than a 4.77 for sure. So if he let Roberto Bruno go that wave, he would have been in second spot if Roberto did the similar move. So, I mean, Roberto knew it, Ben knew it. He knew what he had to do, so he took off on that wave. But, yeah, now with 3 minutes to go and Roberto Bruno with priority, he just really needs a wave to come through. And it's hard to sort of tell with this onshore where there are sets coming in, but you see Ben just sniffing on this little inside one. He wants to keep busy and try and bump up that 6, but he wouldn't have been able to do it on that thing. He's just getting a bit keen, I think.
Winding down today's event. Again, this is the last heat of the day. Manny V here with Dave Winchester. Ben Player holding steady in first place, but Roberto Bruno in priority right now, only needing a 4.77 with 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Again, we are tuning in bright and early tomorrow, 7 a.m. for the live webcast of the last day of the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge presented by BSC. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow will be the day to ask for the day off. Time from away from the girlfriend to watch the live feed unless she'll join you. That's the kind of girl you want to marry right there. So make sure you come back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day of the event. First heat will be knocking off with PLC and Dallas Singer at 7 a.m. Oh, man.
Yeah, they're tough heats at this stage, isn't it? This stage in the contest. So that's what we all came here for, and we want to see those man-on-man, the showdown, the battles that go on in man-on-man are so much more appealing to watch than a 4-man heat. So
I agree.
We see a minute 35 and counting down. Roberto Bruno still waiting for a wave and needs a 4.77 to jump any player. This is going to be a close one. It doesn't look like there's too many waves coming still, but it's been a while since the set. It's down to a minute 20. It's going to be a nervous wait. I reckon he'd be sweating under his pits. For sure.
All right, here we're coming down to the wire. 1 minute remaining in 30 seconds or less. Can you tell me your quote yesterday, one of the best waves on the tour, why?
It's just such an amazing wave. When it comes in at a peak, it's like a perfect right-hander, left-hander. I mean, the left, you get those long barrels. You can see the statue there. I'm not even actually sure what that statue is for.
It's to commemorate one of the bodyboarders that used to ride out here, and unfortunately passed away in a car accident, and they used to call him Flopos.
Oh, so that's where the locals got the name.
Yeah, I mean, this is this wave and this monument here dedicated to that bodyboarder that they called Flopos. So you'll see that here. Give it a rub before you head on out to give your respect. Here we go, 25 seconds remaining at Flopos. Roberto Bruno's last chance of 4.77 is what he's after. Dave Winchester, bring it home.
And he paddles and he actually should have waited for the second one there. Look at this one Benny's going to scoop into.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Benny can't even get it. Roberto Bruno's going to take off on the end of this little one, but gets a little foamy kind of barrel, tries to roll out. He's not going to get the 4.77, and Benny Player holds on to that win.
Wow.
Nerve-wracking. Benny just on the last wave of the heat in the last couple of seconds. Just going to do a little cutty reverse here out of the bowl. Thinks it's Whaley wedge, like these podcasts. Doing a couple of cutties.
All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. It looks like Ben Player will hold on to that